From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
How you doing? The kids have come to play today. You won't believe what I'm about to tell you. With all due respect, have several seats. My girls are always turned out. I give it to you straight, no chaser.
Now, here's Wendy.
Yeah. Back at you. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Thanks for watching. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. I'm doing great. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you again. The snowman melted from yesterday. It melted down to just the bottom part. It's only a half, so he's almost dead. But the point is that we keep it so cold here in the studio that he survived the night. So maybe you've heard, maybe you haven't. I can't believe Hollywood's newest couple. Nor will I believe it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna. Well, it was Blac Chyna that posted a pic of an arm embracing her, and then the internet went crazy trying to figure out whose tattoos are those. Well, you know, you can search someone up based on their tattoo. It's Rob. And the black and white makes it more dramatical. You know, no matter what picture you take, if you make it black and white, it's drama. So they're a couple. Well, here's what I say. They both are equal opportunity users of one another. I mean, you know, we'll start with Rob. Rob, you know, is the brother, the sole brother to the family, the Kardashians. He's gained a lot of weight. He didn't want to go to Kim's wedding because he was embarrassed by his weight to be photographed. The family, in my mind, probably fat shames the heck out of him. You know, and he probably does not want to have a diet commercial or get liposuction or whatever they do. And so he's been kind of, you know, incommunicado with the family. In the meantime, Blac Chyna has a long-standing relationship with the Kardashians. By the way, I love this right there. You know, it's not a necklace, it's just the gesture. It's a good one, I like it. Anyway, so remember, Blac Chyna was friends with Kim until little sister Kylie started dating Blac Chyna's baby's father, Tyga. Okay, I'm sorry. Follow the bouncing ball to this mess. All right, okay, it's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, so when Kylie started dating Tyga, then Blac Chyna was no longer friends with the family. By the way, that was dirty of Chyna, or excuse me, Tyga and Kylie. Just like dirty. Why is it that with so many people in Hollywood, they all date each other? What is that? Like, what is that? So, Kylie and Tyga are together, unless you read the blogs like I do. And we've all read things. But I think that she's using Rob to get back at Tyga. And using Rob to get back at the family. And he's using her to get back at the family. Because I think that Rob's headspace right now is so anti with his family that whatever he can do to get back at them, and how convenient is it to just date the family thought? By the way, Blac Chyna's real name is Angela White. And just to give you a little background, and she used to strip at King of Diamonds, which is in Miami or Atlanta? Miami, yeah. She also has a 3-year-old son with Tyga, who is now dating Kylie, unless you read what I read. And Blac Chyna apparently has all kinds of support by her mom. Her mom's name is Tokyo Tony. And this is her. You know, but I think it's important for a mom to support her daughter's choices. No, it's shout out to all the moms. It's very important that you support your daughter's choices. That way they become better human beings. So now that Blac Chyna and Rob are a couple, we've given them one of those coupling names. 2 of them, actually. You choose which one you want to use. Either Blob or Kardashian. I got an hour to fill here, so I mean, you know, I gotta say something, so there it is. Cuba Gooding Jr., I support you. Oh. Cuba is playing O.J. Simpson in the new series for TV. Yes. It's called American Crime Story, and it comes on February, the first weekend in February. Second weekend in February? February 2nd?
Yeah.
Okay. I am so there, it's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. And you know, he's a great actor, but guess what he wouldn't do for the role? What? Come face to face with OJ. I support this, and here's why. Cuba said he didn't have to meet OJ because he had no reason to. Cuba has family members who've been incarcerated, so you know, you can talk to people about what it's like being, shout out to my imprisoned watchers. How you doing? I like to call you my captive audience. Thank you. I've heard rumors from people who've been in, and then they come out and they say, Wendy, there is no fight over the remote when the show is on. Like, they are watching you, and I'm like, thank you, I appreciate it. Anyway, but he says not only doesn't he have to meet OJ because he has people he can talk to who've been, you know, locked down, but also he's playing 90s OJ. That was before the killation, I guess. Before the killation. I mean, oh, wait, he was found innocent. Innocent. OJ really messed it up for himself, right? Yeah. That's a good-looking man. I mean, in every way. I mean, look. Good chin, right? Good chin, strong. You like a man with a strong chin. Good lips, moist. Good nose, uh-huh. Then you work up to the eyes, the eyebrows, the hairline, the ears. Good. OJ, you messed up. Maybe I took it one step too far in our morning meeting because they showed me a recent picture of OJ. And I was like, well, you know what? Can we? 66 years old. Tell me if he was not alleged. Like if you saw him at the piano bar, he couldn't get it? Please, he's still handsome. No, block out everything. 66, block out the killation and the stealations. He could still get it. And I'm sure he is. Anyway, so let's watch as a family, okay? American Crime Story, The People versus O.J. Simpson premieres February 2nd at 10 o'clock on FX. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We had half day. We had like delayed school today. Did you have that? The snow is still wreaking havoc. All right. Anyway, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg has been off for the past 2 months. We talked about this. He took his paternity leave. Something that we have here at Wendy. I don't know where you work, but you know, dads matter. Although, not as much as moms. And so he took his time off and now he's back to work. And he got on his social media to ask a very important question to his 48 million followers. And it wasn't how you doing. It was, what should I wear? Well, and this is what I love. Okay. As the Facebook guy, you know, he could wear a suit, you know, tailored and smell nice, you know, but no, he chooses a uniform. I love a uniform. It makes it so easy. Like, I don't wear a uniform here, you know, Memsor, you know, yeah, I have to change outfits every day. But in my real life, I am uniformed down. I either wear black leggings with a black t-shirt with a V-neck, and short sleeves, and a heavy coat, because if I get hot, I can take it off and it's, you know, automatic air conditioning, and some big boots, or I wear a negligee. Now, I love a negligee. And I also happen to love a robe, and that's where me and Zuckerberg are alike. Like, wait, show his closet again. How many times do I tell you we're the robe family? Like, we're the robe family. Why, yesterday on the after show, I was sitting in my office minding my, and you know, I love a turban also. And so on the after show, by the way, if you go to wendyshow.com, hit my YouTube channel, you can watch too. But look at my outfit. People were stunned. I'm like, I always tell you. Look. And literally, I lied to you not, right after the after show, I went to a meeting with some really important people in this same ensemble. It's good, right? But anyway, regarding what Mark Zuckerberg wears, it almost doesn't even matter because we know he could get whatever he wants. The idea that he chooses to wear a t-shirt and some jeans and a robe makes him probably more like us than you think. Yeah. Yeah. Riddle me this. What do Rihanna, Kanye West, and Zayn Malik, formerly of One Direction, have in common? Okay, I've got the answer. they're doing whatever it takes to get interest in their new music. Well, Rihanna revealed that she's finally done with her album. It's called Anti. The hairline, the bouffant, the necklace, just gorgeous. Yes, yes. Well, she posted a picture of herself listening to her new music. And now, before you start asking, they're not for us. They're $9,000 Dolce & Gabbana headphones. But they are royal, aren't they? Now, you know, this is the same girl who postponed her album, which was supposed to come out in November, because she was scared off by Adele. Which I love, because Adele doesn't have to do any of that stupid tomfoolery. And yet, still, you know, she's scaring off the flock. So, and then Zayn Malik, formerly of One Direction, he leaked his first song from his album, and also teased us with a shirtless cover. So that's Rihanna and that's Zayn. Okay, so now let's move on to Kanye. Okay, all right. Well, he released the track list for his upcoming album. It's called Swish, as in swishy. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, swishy. That's an old school word for. Anyway, he wrote this song. He wrote saying, "So happy to be finished with the best album of all time." Well, you know, like a lot of really cerebral people, his handwriting is a mess. Not making fun, just an observation. The new song, though, I don't like. Now, it's called No More Parties in LA. It's with Kendrick Lamar. Like, I was listening to it the other day. I'm like, oh, I can't. So I don't know. Best album of all time. I mean, if you're not going to say it, who's going to say it for you? So I applaud his confidence. But recently, his music is so goth and dark and such a turnoff. Like, I don't want to stab myself in the eyeball with a screwdriver. I want to shake my tail feather, you know? Like, music isn't for the bad times to me. Even, like, and I love Mary, but I'm going down when you're not around. Click. You know, there's enough sadness in all of our real lives without having to be reminded by music. In my opinion, music is supposed to lift you up. Yes. So I miss the Kanye from back in the day. I miss Good Life. I miss, you know, a Homecoming. I miss Gold Digger. Okay? I miss that. I miss that. I mean, I know you all listen to slow music, you know, when you're not in a good mood. You know, I remember when Sade had that song out, Is It a Crime? Listen. I had this older girl. It was my first semester. I convinced my parents that there was no housing available for a sophomore year when I was in college in Boston, and that I needed to get an apartment. And so I looked in the paper, because that's what we did back in the day, not Craigslist. And I found this great apartment in the Back Bay. Shout out to Boston, you know what I'm talking about. And I moved in with this girl, and she was older than me. I was only like 18 years old in my sophomore year, and she was like 30 years old, and she was grown. Like, she had a grown boyfriend, a grown life. She had grown furniture. Like, I'm living in a room in the apartment. Look, a beautiful apartment, brand new, hardwood, but it was fabulous. But I had a room in the apartment, the one with the fire escape, and you know I'm scared of the killer. So I didn't sleep a lot. But the point is that, you know, she would go in and out of like grown women stuff, and she put that Sade album on and commenced to pine soiling. And I'd be in my room like a young college girl, you know, back in the day, puffing my reefer, you know. With the window wide open, because she took me in, so she didn't want any problems. But she'd have this, and all I'd hear is this depressing music. And I'm just like, how do you listen? All I want to hear is Mantronics. Fresh is the word. And she's like, anyway. So I was watching the news the other day. You know, I love my local news. I mean, national news is great, but first you have to know what's going on at home. So I must say I love a local news. And there was this story about this young girl. And they're calling her an art prodigy, and her name is Autumn DeForest. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. And I'm looking and squinting. I'm like, I think I know her. And I run to the mom cave and I look on my wall and I see Autumn and I'm like, now wait a minute now. I think I got something. Okay, so she was on the show, our show, back in 2013. And there she is. And she was so cute, and she was just 11 then, and she gifted me this painting. And I told her at that time that I'm gonna take it home and I'm gonna put it in like a nice Liberace frame with the gold gilding, because I'm gaudy. And I'm gonna hang it someplace in the house, special. It's hanging in my mom cage. Her paintings are now selling. That's it. Yeah, I got it done. Yeah. Suzanne, are you shocked?
I'm so impressed. No, she was really impressive, but I'm hanging on to every word because I want to know what it's worth.
Well,
What?
if I pass away, it's worth even more.
What?
But I must tell you that Autumn's paintings, and I was watching this because they did this whole piece on this young ingenue who's helping kids from impoverished areas who have the good artistry, but they just don't have, the instructor. But she's also sought from around the world. She met with the Pope at the Vatican. Yes, they said this on the news. And I'm sitting here looking, I'm almost wetting my pants. I'm like, what? Her paintings are now selling for $25,000 and up. So, thank you, Autumn. I'm glad that we could help in your discovery. Thank you very much.